What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some more news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Tyson Fury gives his take on the idea of Dillian Whyte taking on Moses Itauma, and this is what he surprisingly had to say. He said, quote, "That's an effing good fight. It's a big step up for Moses because he hasn't really fought anyone on Dillian's level. Maybe it's too early. Or maybe he passes with flying colors. That's why you've got to watch it and find out." Tyson Fury on Itauma versus Whyte. And let me counterpunch. I can respect the balanced comment that Tyson Fury has made because he's like, well, hey, it may be too late, but then again, he may pass with flying colors. We just have to wait and see. Maybe too early for him. You know, this is a big step up for him. And my counterpunch is, I think that it is a big step up for Moses Itauma, but I think this is the fight, or these are the type of fights that Moses Itauma wants. You know, Dillian Whyte has been pickable fruit. I'm not sure about low hanging all the time, but he's been pickable fruit for fighters that are the new blood for a very long time. You know, Arslan Bigmarkmadov. Jared Anderson. You know, Jared Anderson said, "Can you please feed me this bum?" Because after the Jermaine Franklin performance, a lot of people looked at Dillian Whyte as not so much. And then, of course, he was going to fight AJ because AJ fought Franklin, you know, and the adverse findings stuff went about and he was out of the ring longer. Then he gets injured, so that means he was longer. So, I mean, he fought a couple times last year, but they were lackluster performances. It wasn't like the classic body snatcher, so the fruit got to hang a little lower for people to pick. You know, so now Moses Itauma, which was this prospect of the year last year, gets an opportunity to put a name like Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte on his resume. And that will be the best name on his resume. And it's only building from there. You know, Dempsey McKean and then Dillian Whyte and then possible others. If he can get through with the overall challenge of fighting the body snatcher. You know, my thing, I think the body snatcher's doing this for the money. We all know that Dillian Whyte, in fact, is a guy that wants to prove people wrong. You know, in his latest interview, he said, "I'm fighting Moses Itauma because everybody else is afraid of Moses Itauma." That being said, it's like, hey, are you taking the challenge because you think you're going to win, or are you taking the challenge to prove a point? You know what I mean? I think, in my mind, anybody with that type of experience has something, you know, that they're anticipating. They got something up their sleeve to win this fight. And, you know, the crazy thing about Moses Itauma is I like Moses Itauma. He's a quiet assassin. He doesn't sound like he's an arrogant, you know, fighter or a person. He looks pretty humble, but at the same time, he looks pretty hungry, right? But we have not, I repeat, we have not seen yet Moses Itauma get his chin checked. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen him take a shot from someone that can throw a shot. You know what I mean? We haven't seen that. So that is what I really want to see, because everyone, I don't care who you are, you got a flaw, right? So I'm not saying that's Moses Itauma's flaw, but what I am saying is he hasn't got touched yet. You know what I mean? So that box has not yet been checked, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So who knows? Maybe Dillian Whyte is figuring I got a puncher's chance and I want to see if I can reach that chin, because that box ain't been checked yet. That chin ain't been checked yet. So let me see if I can check that chin. And if I can, I'll be still around and showing people that I'm still the body snatcher Whyte and I don't play around. You guys tell me what you think of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury and his take on Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.